Pennsylvania Senator Pat Toomey sits on the Finance and Budget Committees, and he joins me now. Sir, thanks for being here. You used to be the head of Club for Growth. You obviously have been a fiscal hawk for a long time. Do you think the Republicans have the right message to try to get tax reform passed?
Yeah, I think we do. And I think we're going to pass a budget today, which is the precondition that allows us to pass subsequent tax reform with a simple majority vote in the Senate, so a minority of senators can't defeat tax reform by filibuster the way my Democratic colleagues would like to. So, look, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that working class and middle income Americans get a tax cut, a direct reduction in the taxes they owe. And we're going to spur, I think, tremendous economic growth by making our business tax code competitive. It's not competitive today. We can fix that. And then a booming economy is going to further improve wages and job opportunity for ordinary Americans. I'm very optimistic.
The president says he's not optimistic that that there will be bipartisan support. But you actually are from a state where you have a Republican and a Democratic senator, and the Democrat, Bob Casey, is actually up for re-election in 2018. Do you think he's somebody who might actually be willing to vote for tax reform?
I don't know. You'd have to talk to Senator Casey. Look, I hope that we have bipartisan support. I don't know why our Democratic colleagues would vote against a measure that lowers the tax burden on hardworking families and makes our economy grow faster and more competitive. I think they should be with us. So far, they have not shown any real interest in working with us. But the process is just beginning. We will go through the ordinary committee process, an open process. The Democrats will have every opportunity to offer amendments to try to influence this product. In the end, I hope it's bipartisan.
I do think that they've sort of dug in already, though, because earlier this week, Senator Schumer and Warren held a press conference in which they said that this plan is just tax cuts for the rich. It's the same old thing that you get from Republicans. Are you vulnerable on that messaging?
Yeah, one of the things I learned a long time ago is when a Republican gets up in the morning and pours himself a cup of coffee, the Democrats accuse us of tax cuts for the rich. That's just what they do. Listen, this bill hasn't been written yet. How do they know that it's tax cuts for the rich when the details have not been written in? Look, there's some on that side that clearly they simply want Trump to have a defeat. They don't want Republicans to be successful in governing, and so they will oppose anything we do. But that's not going to describe all the Democrats, and so I'm hoping at least some will work with us and help us pass something that'll be really good for our economy.
Do you have concern about the deficit?
Absolutely. I think this tax reform plan that we are working on is going to reduce the size of the deficit because it's designed to encourage really very significant economic growth, and a bigger economy means that much more economic activity to tax. So I think we're going to have more revenue, not less.
Earlier today, 9 of your colleagues suggested that maybe the Senate should stay open maybe 24/7. They're asking Senator Mitch McConnell to extend the amount of time that you spend in Washington. Do you think that would be a good idea?
Well, I think Senator McConnell has already agreed to do that. He has told us to be prepared to work between 5 and 7 days a week. We're going to be here all week long and sometimes through the weekends because we do have a lot of work left to do. So I think that's going to happen.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see more of you in Washington and hopefully more of you here on the Daily Briefing, sir. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.